what people are going through. I'm also saying that if you're a man and you don't have that sense of community that can help you with that spiritual, I'm going to meet you here, Mike. I hear sound like you're digging a hole to China, bro. Um, if you don't have a community around you, the enemy can play a lot of games with you. As men, it's so important that if we want to become men that are valuable not only to ourselves and to others, we have to have a sense of community. You got to take the time. Oh my goodness, guys. You got to take the time to make those phone calls on your nieces and nephews' birthdays. You got to take the time to go to a graduation of one of your friends' kids. You got to make the social investment in people's lives, because when it comes back down to them reinvesting back into you, they just heard you got a divorce. Oh, I heard such and such got a divorce. Oh, really? Huh. Okay. They're not reaching out to you because you don't reach out to them. You don't have any community around yourself, right? And on top of that, a lot of us aren't engaged in church. Jesus isn't coming back for Hanley. He's not coming back for Ryan or DK or Mike. He's not coming back for me. Jesus is coming back for a body of believers. And if you guys aren't a part of the body, then you're missing something, right?
Yeah.
You have a hand, for example. We're a body of believers, right? Everybody has their gift. Let's say I'm a hand. Where my hand ends, at some point, my forearm has to begin, right? I can't be a forearm. I'm a hand. Well, the forearm ends. At some point, the hand begins. We need to have these symbiotic relationships spiritually with people in our lives and even in church, so that when we go through these difficult times, like it's talking about here, consider spiritual counseling, guidance, and also getting involved in faith-based communities. That can't happen unless you put that investment in early. This community isn't going to come out of nowhere once they find out you got divorced. Guys, put more effort into being engaged in your community. Did I foot stump that one too many times, guys, or did I miss anything?
No, I thought that was good, man. I thought that
Yeah.
was good. I mean, in my life, that's what I've been doing, man, like the last year. And it's so funny. I was driving yesterday and had to take a second, man, and just thank God, because he literally rebuilt my life, man, to the point where everyone in it I just love. He's added new people. I've built new relationships.
Mm.
Most of them spiritual, where it's just like we're talking about God, we're talking about building the kingdom. And it's just like, man, how did this happen? How did the worst thing I've ever gone through, how did he even show himself strong in this? And it's like I wake up every morning with a smile on my face, regardless of that situation, because he's created other aspects to my life and just blessed me in those.
Mm.
But Punch, I think we may have to do a part two of the functions of a husband, because when we start talking about what she's doing or not doing, you what you just said earlier about Christ coming back for a bride. When Paul talks about husbands love your wives as Christ loves the church and
Mm.
gave himself, that means I give myself whether she does something or doesn't do something. My role as a husband and is not dependent on what she does, good or bad. So I don't know. I kind of just, jumped on a lot of things there. But yeah, man, I
Yeah.
think this role of a husband is also another strong topic.
Yeah.
Amen.
We really need to figure out how to be holistically better men. I think that we struggle a lot with that. And sometimes, I hate to say it, we can be simps sometimes. We can put the right energy into the wrong women. And as men, we have to stop doing that, because it's okay to love hard, right? But put it into the right people, the right institutions, the right job, right? We have a tremendous capacity for changing the world around us. God told us to go out and subdue the earth. And he wouldn't have said that unless he knew that we had the potential to do that. But sometimes as men, we invest our energy, our money, energy, attention, and time. Somebody says invest their meat. We invest our meat into the wrong things, and then we suffer for it. But that's why we need strong Christian men around us. That's why we need people that we're mentoring so that we can see ourselves in the next generation. And we need brothers on both sides, right? It's like a cross. So, long story short, guys, we're going to make better decisions when we have a better understanding of the world around us, when we have a better understanding of God and his word, and we have a better understanding of where we fit in that body of believers and where they fit into our lives, because we're making a lot of unwise decisions, and that's partially the reason why we're caught in these ridiculous breakups and divorces. We should have been with that girl to begin with, right?
That's a